Up next, the WHL Show with Gabriel Neumann.
Hi, and welcome back to the WHL Show. My name is Gabe Neumann, and apologies in advance because I am super sick, so I may not be as high energy as usual, and I just am kind of down and frazzled, as you can tell, but it's okay. It's okay. We're pushing through. Basically today we're gonna go over we're gonna cover the past week. We're gonna look at a couple things that happened with like the games and players and standings and such. And then after that, we're gonna I'll give you guys a hint of who I'm going to be talking to next week, because next week ends the just me section of the show, so we're gonna actually bring on another player this next week, and I'm sure a few of you guys will be very excited to see who it is. Sorry, my hair looks so great. Awesome. So first of all, we are going to be talking about the CHL top 10, and talking about who the top 10 rankings, the Kia CHL top 10 rankings for week number 8. Here, I'm going to silence my phone so it's not super distracting. It started playing. Sorry. So for the CHL top 10, we basically have more or less the same rankings that we did already last week. Last week it was this week it's still very consistent, of course, just because the teams that are performing well are still performing well, which is really great. So we have the Winnipeg Ice, who are number 1. They had back-to-back victories over Regina and are on a 15-game winning streak right now, which is incredible. I think they had 14 goals by Thursday. The 2 wins saw the Ice combined for 14 goals, and that's really, really awesome. So the Winnipeg Ice are in first place right now, and then for the WHL, for the rest of the WHL, we have the Portland Winterhawks, who are number 4. They have they've gotten points for 11 games straight, which is really awesome. They had a trio of victories. They had a 3-2 win, went over Kamloops, over at Kamloops, and they are doing very great. The Seattle Thunderbirds are 5th, and they were they had a 2-1 overtime game against Everett, and are also doing really good. So that one was really close because Everett scored first, and then they ended up coming back. And then we have the Saskatoon Blades at number 7, and after that, the Red Deer Rebels at number 8, and then that is closing it out for the WHL. So we have a bunch of teams who are doing really good and also continuing up the streak of doing really well. And yeah, so that's super exciting. And then also in WHL news, we had a trio of WHL players who are given updated A rankings on the NHL Central Scouting's players to watch list. So we already had, I think it was 7 players who were named to the A tier. And then now we've gotten 10. And by we, I mean the WHL. So the WHL's players who got updated were Andrew Crystal from the Kelowna Rockets, Lucas Dragosevic from the Tri-City Americans, and Cohen Ziemer from the Prince George Cougars. They originally had B rankings on the NHL Central Scouting's list, but now they have been updated to having A list or A rankings. So that's really awesome. Now, Andrew Crystal, he leads Kelowna in scoring right now. He has 15 goals and 20 assists, and is tied with Ziemer for 3rd place among scoring leaders. And John Williams of NHL Central Scouting told NHL.com that Andrew has been an offensive catalyst in Kelowna this year. Goodness. He's very gifted offensively, good on the power play, and has great vision and knows how to score. Now, to give you guys a good idea of who he is, I'm going to play a quick video showing a couple of his highlights, and we're going to just to give you guys a good visual of why he was updated to the A list instead of the B list. So if I can share my screen. There you go.
And a big collision with Zemer and a Rocket. And now Crystal one-on-one with Dalheniak. What a move by Crystal. To the goal, to the backhand, he scores! Oh, what a goal by Andrew Crystal. Made a great move around the Cougar defender, and the Rockets have a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Crystal picked the pocket there. That's the Dalheniak. And he went right through his legs, and that's going to be on the highlight reel.
Assumes that Rockets a man advantage for 3. Here's Gabriel shoots down low, hooking Ken in front. Crystal, a Oh! Hey, I like that play. What a backhand from Andrew Crystal. Power play goal. It's not. It's 5-on-5. Rockets will come alive and lead 3-2.
You can just see the skill. He picks up a saucer pass, a tough pass to handle on his backhand on the far side, and Crystal's able to put it top shelf for a 3-2 Rockets lead. And we heard your interview in the pregame, Regan, talking about what kind of celebrations he does after the goal, and that was a nice one there. But a goal scorer's goal there, backhand, top shelf.
Touch pass finds Price, right point, left side of Crystal, left circle. Crystal hold, right there, one-timer scores! Gabriel Stutch hammers it home on the right side, power play goal. It's 5-1.
Crystal will get his 4th assist. Price will get the 2nd assist. The Rockets power play goal. Stutz scoring for Kelowna. He is in that right face-off circle. Man, that puck is on his stick, and it is bang, just like that off. What a great pass by Crystal. He just had an outstanding game.
Awesome. Sorry, my internet connection is not the best right now, so I think my stream is a little bit glitchy. But we're gonna power through and we'll get it done. It'll be great. Excuse me. So Andrew Crystal, awesome, amazing, super great. And then the second one, this video I think is gonna be a little bit longer. So we're not gonna watch the full thing. It's like a 12-minute video, and if we watch the full thing, it would be we would be here for half the time that I have scheduled today. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to watch a couple minutes of it just to give you guys, again, a good look at Lucas Dragus Havoc. And we're going to show what he's been doing. And we're also going to update the layout so it's not Awesome. So, of course, only a few games shown there. Less of a highlight reel, but more of a these are his strengths sort of thing. So I think that's awesome. And again, like he meant, like a couple of those announcers mentioned, he's just super. He's always moving on the ice, and he's always he has a really strong shot. And that is just watching him come up from getting a B listing to an A is super awesome. Now we have Cohen Seamer, and this one again, I am like 90. Oh no, this one's a shorter one. So this one will be a nice video that'll actually give you. It's from who? It's scouting. Yeah, Daniel G Scouting or Daniel G Scouting. I really like his videos because he talks about specifically why each play is so good, and also points out strengths and different things for each player. So this one I definitely think is a really good video to watch for Zemer because it shows his strengths and highlights as a player as well. So let's go ahead and add that one. Sweet. Sorry, the connection is so slow, so everything is kind of lagging, but it's okay. And again, if you're just tuning in, I am really sick, so apologies for the low energy, but I'm doing my best, and hopefully you guys are enjoying. So those were the trio of WHL players who were boosted from a B ranking to an A list ranking on the NHL Central Scouting list, which is super exciting with the NHL draft coming up in 2023. And definitely players to watch. Now we're gonna go ahead and go to the goaltender and player of the week. So for our player of the week, we had Winnipeg Ice forward Zach Benson, who scored an impressive 7 points in 2 games. So he had 3 goals and 4 assists. He's already an A-rated prospect of the 2023 NHL draft, and has definitely been a leader for the Winnipeg Ice in scoring and just in helping them maintain their super high ranking. And so they are excuse me, sorry. He was one of 8 players. Yeah, right. It was 8, not 7 earlier. He was one of 8 players recently given Oh, I read that wrong. Okay, so of the 12 leading scorers in the WHL, he was one of the 8 recently given an A, B, or C ranking by the NHL Central Scouting list ahead of the 2023 NHL draft. So that's really good. So he's basically proving himself, and that's awesome. Now we are going to show a game highlight, for a post-game highlight, and this was the game where he scored, I think, let me double check. He had scored 2 goals and 2 assists, so gotten 4 points in 1 game, which is awesome, of course. And so we're going to show you that post-game highlight as well, just to show you the how well the ice are doing, and also how well the how well Benson is doing. The ice were playing against Regina, the Regina Pats, and this final score was 5-2. And I will go ahead and show you the highlights for that game right now. So, as you're watching the video, of course, there were a lot of times to hear Benson's name. It was definitely one that was repeated a lot throughout the throughout the highlights reel. So he's definitely proving why he got Player of the Week. And now for Goaltender of the Week, I was obviously very excited to see that it was Winterhawks goaltender Dante Januzzi. If you don't know by now, it is welcome. Hi, I am a strong Januzzi enthusiast, and I big fan. So I'm very glad that he got it. Deserved. He had, what was it, like a 1.0. Yeah, it was just like a 1 goals allowed over 2 games and a .968 save percentage. He stopped an awesome 60 of 62 shots over the last week, over 2 starts this past week. So that is really great. And so he earned first star honors on Friday, November 18th against the Everett Silvertips. And so that is going to be the highlight reel that I show you guys today. But he won over the he won over the the Calgary Hitmen 4-1, and also over the Everett Silvertips. Good goodness, over 4-1 as well. He had 33 saves against the Hitmen, and then 27 saves against Everett. So he had, of course, a 1 goal allowed average. And so that is awesome. And his record for 2022-2023 right now is 10-1-1-0. So that is really great and super exciting. Now we'll go ahead and show you the, let me make sure I have the right video. I'm going to show you the highlights for that one, and then after that we'll basically talk about next week's guest, and then we'll wrap up the episode. Yeah, awesome. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. I feel like half the episode is me waiting for my computer to load. So awesome. Again, as you heard, there's a bunch of Dante Januzzi being action there as so look at him go. Super proud of him for earning the goaltender of the week. Now that just about wraps up the episode. Next week we will have a Seattle Thunderbird on, and he scored, I think, the game-winning goal last against the Everett Silvertips. So if you want to give me a shout to who you think that is, feel free to respond or feel free to message me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see a player on this show, feel free to reach out and request, and I will do my best to get things rocking and rolling. I am very excited to